All right, guys, in this call, I follow up with a client that I've been talking to for a while. We're getting close to moving forward and the moment of truth of listing her property. She got court approval, so I confirmed our next conversation, and I asked her straight out, hey, I feel like we have good rapport. I feel like you trust me. So my assumption is that we are going to work together to get your home listed. Do I have that right? So really, I was just expecting, yes, we're going to move forward, or we're going to talk about moving forward. But she went a little deeper in her question, and she said what we're going to do and how we're going to move forward. And I stumbled a teeny bit. I mean, I got it. I met her head on with her question and basically did come up with a few things that we could go over. But realistically, that's a buying question. So we should always be prepared for somebody to ask a buying question and welcome that. And the way I probably should have responded was, let's talk about prepping the property. Let's talk about market conditions, because obviously the overall market in Las Vegas is going to affect how long your home's going to sit on market and what we're likely to able to sell it for. And then obviously we want to look at the subdivision comparable sales or the surrounding area if necessary, but exactly what's happening in your subdivision, because it is possible you have a subdivision that's extremely hot and homes are still selling quickly, even though the overall market is slowing down. So we're going to look at that. We're going to get down to the micro and look at your community specifically. And then what is my marketing plan? Right? That's a logical question. Someone's going to hire you. They're going to spend a lot of money with you. What is your marketing plan? Right? These are things we should know ahead of time, right? So she surprised me a little bit. And like I said, I did fine. But these are also things that we should be able to discuss if someone asks us, but we should also be talking about these in our conversations when we call to follow up with people. Maybe I should ask that question. Hey, is it okay if we talk about the market? I feel like you're getting close to listing the property. We should talk about the overall market. Would you like to do a Zoom meeting? Would you like to do a Zoom meeting so we can look at your comparable sales? Would you like to get together, or would you like to do a Zoom meeting so we can look at my marketing plan? So this way, when you're calling, you're actually moving the conversation forward and you're giving them more to think about. And then when they're thinking about that, they're thinking about you because you were the person that actually introduced that to the conversation. So in a sense, you're leading the dance. All right. So we want to lead the dance in our follow-ups. This call still went pretty well. We set the appointment to talk again, but let's jump into this phone call and see how I handled her question after I asked her, are you potentially thinking about listing the property with me? Are you potentially thinking about moving forward with me? Let's jump into it. I hope you enjoy it, and I hope it helps you get prepared the next time somebody asks you buying questions, so you're prepared with your answers and you're ready to move into action to get the deal. All right, let's jump in. Yeah. Oh, hi, Michelle. It's Ken Blumberg. How are you?
Good, Ken. How are you?
Hey, doing good. Yeah. Hey, I know last time we talked, you were telling me about the home and that you were probably going to get court approval like mid-February.
Yeah.
So.
Yeah, and I'm sorry. I have just been really busy. It has been approved. I just finished up a day 2 of a trial just now. And I've got another trial on Monday, and I'm driving right this minute. Can we set a time next week that I can, when I'm actually, like sitting down, and I can talk to you?
Yeah, that'd be great. That'd be great. I know how that is when you got a lot of, dishes on the oven, so to speak, and yeah. What would be a good day for you, Michelle, where we could, relax a little bit and figure out what needs to happen over here at the property?
Yeah, so Monday is the 3rd. Okay, I've got hearings on the 5th, but I think 5th, like late afternoon, my work.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. 5th, like what? 4 or 5 o'clock, 6 o'clock.
4 or 5 is pretty good.
All right, Michelle. And normally, I don't know if you noticed, normally I call later. Normally I call like 5, 6. I do want to have people when they're, can think and they're not going through their.
Oh, no, and I understand, but lately it's just been a really bad time because that's the only time I really have to trial prep because during normal hours, I'm either in court for hearings or, phone calls and crap. So I've been spending my evenings doing trial prep.
Right. Which is probably like the hardest thing in law, right? Is to actually get in front of a jury and a judge and talk to the courtroom. That's pretty.
Right. So evening is, 6 o'clock is fine too. It's just that it was just the last couple of weeks has been when I've got back-to-back trials because I'm preparing for 2 trials at the same time.
Hey, I'm sure it's a lot of stress, but it's probably exciting too. So I get it. No, I'm happy to call you in the evening when you're a little less, getting pulled from here to there. So yeah, March 5th at say 4:30 or later.
Yeah.
All right, perfect. And I do, I feel like we have a pretty good rapport, and I feel like you trust me. So I feel like we're going to talk about actually maybe listing the home and moving forward. Do I have that right? Are you considering working with me, Michelle? All right. So here's the moment in the video that I was talking about. I asked her, are you considering working with me? This is a question that you should ask immediately after you feel like you've built some decent rapport, and then maybe talked about the property, talked about the market, talked about your probate experience or your real estate experience. Then you want to say, hey, are you considering working with me? Is there anybody else that you've been talking to? You want to gauge the probability that this person is going to work with you. I would never ask 100%, like, especially at the beginning of the relationship, would you commit to me? But I would ask, and you should ask, just so you know what the solid pipeline is, are you considering working with me? Would you like to move forward? What would you like to discuss? Right? Also lead the dance, like I said at the beginning of the video, where, hey, we'll talk again. Are you thinking about working with me? Because I really want to get into the market statistics. I want to look at your comparable sales, and I want to go over my marketing plan. Just so you know, everything is going to be handled in an extremely efficient and professional manner. That way we're able to get you an offer really quick. Are you considering working with me? Right? Again, that's the only way you're going to know if you have a solid pipeline or not. Otherwise, you're a cat chasing your tail, and you're calling people who are never going to work with you, have no intention of working with you. They're just trying to be a nice person and not blow you off in a harsh way. But what they're really doing is destroying your business and discouraging you because you didn't ask the question, are you considering working with me?
Yeah, but I want to talk to you more about what you're going, I don't want to say duties, but what you're.
No, absolutely. Marketing, listing, setting the right price for the market, so we don't list it too low and give it away, so to speak.
Okay.
But yeah, we'll go through, what we should do up front, cleaning out the house, getting it ready for sale.
Yep.
Market statistics, what's happening. More inventory hit the market last month than homes got sold, so there's going to be a little pressure on pricing, or things are going to take a little bit longer to sell. But we'll talk about the market, and then we'll talk about the whole marketing plan.
Okay.
Absolutely, yeah.
All right. That sounds good. Thank you.
All right, Michelle. All right. Yep. Enjoy, and we'll talk on the 5th.
Okay. Thank you.
Thanks, Michelle. All right. Bye-bye.
Bye.
All right, guys. So I hope you liked that video. All I want to say specifically is that building your skills it's a routine. It's a routine, it's habit, it's improving every day, and then you potentially are going to get really good, and then you're going to slide off a little bit. You're going to forget things that you've already learned and that you know you need to have top of mind. And as you do that, the peaks of the skill level goes higher and higher. That's when you become a listing machine. That's when you become able to dictate how much money you want to make, teach people and train people very efficiently, because again, you've honed your skills over some time and you've pushed the level of your competency, your professionalism, and your understanding of the process up way beyond what other people are doing, because they're just not focused. They're not refining their process. They're not critiquing themselves every time they actually go to work. Basically giving yourself a scorecard after the day is done. What did I do right? What did I do wrong? And then you have to do that with individual tasks, and you have to do that with each and every client in conversation. Did I reach this person on an emotional level? Do they think I'm professional? And are they considering working with me? You got to ask that question. And then how to lead the conversation. All right, guys, so that's a lot. That's a lot to digest. Hope you enjoyed that. I'm Ken Blumberg. I'm with Making Probate Easy. If you want to partner with me to take your business to the next level, I'd love to talk to you. You can call me, text me, or send me an email. All my information's in the description below. And we can set up a 15-minute Zoom meeting to see if we're a good fit to work with one another. So I'm looking forward to hearing from you. But until then, I'll see you on the next video. Bye for now.